Hello, I'm Trinity.
0, 1. Let's get started.
The respect and affection of other people is one of the most important things in life. Yet we don't think about it much, except when we're outside of the group, wanting to belong. Whoa, man, what You know I'm not sacrifice. I was sitting wishing I was.
Alright. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm tired. We're not gonna fly through this, but we're not gonna waste no time. Cause not only am I tired, I started to try to do some meal prep before this. And tell me why I dropped my flour on the floor. Now, if I wasn't so tired, I would have been a little more pissed. But we're not gonna get into that right now. Anyway, sorry for coming on here with that energy. I know that was like, bitch, the fuck you better that's for? You did it. Anyway, it is 8:29 p.m. Friday the 13th. It's a rainy night. And today's download is the word home. I'm coming home. Coming home, tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the tears of yesterday. If forgiving my mistakes, I'm coming home, coming home. That is a download for today. Home. Let's define the word home before we get into it. Let's do a regular definition, like Webster type definition, instead of just being overcomplicated. My connection's a tad slow. I don't know if it's because of the rain or what, but I'm just waiting for this to load. It is Friday the 13th as well. So, do you guys believe in that? The superstitions of Friday the 13th? I've always loved Friday the 13th growing up, maybe because I was a weird child. Alright, so the actual definition of home is the place where one lives permanently, especially as a member of a family or household. I personally feel like spirits gave me the download home because home should be viewed as a state of being. Ooh.
Home should be felt and perceived as a state of being.
Because we're not supposed to technically get too attached to anything in this world. Law of detachment type shit. But like, we're not supposed to be so attached to the outside things in this world. So physical things and anything that's outside the body. It is known that our first home we come here with is the vessel, is the body. But unfortunately, because of the trauma we go through here, because of the experiences we go through here that are more the darker side, there can tend to be things that happen to us that make us feel unsafe in our own body. Okay.
How can one feel more safe in one's vessel after violation?
Oh, this work gets heavier and heavier every time. I'm pretty sure that everybody here has gotten violated physically in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be it. I feel like most people have gotten violated. They've gotten their body violated some way, shape, or form. And to bounce back from these things is not an easy task. Obviously, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a licensed professional. So obviously, I cannot guide you on how to fully take control over that and that aspect. I just discussed the spiritual attributes of these things and how we can heal in that way, and with my interpretations and with my help of my guides and my spirit team and have God talk through me so I can get to at least some of you guys. I don't really know, to be honest. If I'm going to be very honest, I don't fully know, because there are even times where I still don't feel completely home in my own vessel, which is why we still are always searching for something. I feel like if one feels truly whole and truly at home in their vessel, they won't be always searching for something on the outside of them. Because if this is home, what else would we need, you know? If you've ever been violated before, I want to say, first of all, I'm sorry. I want to say that you do not deserve to be violated in whatever form you did get violated from, at whatever age, at whatever time, period. And I know that must have been tough to experience, and that still is tough to even think about, or tough to swallow when maybe some people actually learn they were violated or remember they were violated in a later date, so it happened at a younger time in their lives, but because of just the brain and how that works, they will block out the experience until maybe like years later down the road a memory unlocks or something happens to where you remember, or you figure it out through somebody else telling you, and that is within itself is scary. So to anybody who has experienced any form of violation, I am sorry. I just want to say that right now. And I hope you continue to be able to feel safe in your own body. Fuck anybody else's. Just want to get that out there. Spirit is just assisting me on maybe helping us find ways to feel more safe and more at home in our own temple, in our own body. Because houses burn down. Freaking, we have earthquakes, you know what I'm saying? Like, these physical things, they don't last all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for us to feel truly comfortable and one within our own vessel, we have to take care of it. One, eat better. Sorry, you guys. Feed our body things that are beneficial. But that's just the surface. Like, how do you feel safe and at home in your body after being violated in any type of sort of way? After maybe for example, there's sexual violation, but there's also physical violation where if you've gotten beaten before, or how do we as human beings feel more at home in here? So that wherever we go in life, we're always mobile. Well, one, we can talk to ourselves more. And I know a lot of people, like, when they talk about, like, talking to themselves, it's deemed as crazy because, if you talk back, you might want to go to the psych ward. I don't know.
Nah, before anybody gets their panties and underwears in a twist, y'all know I'm not talking about legitimately hearing voices to the point where, it's a schizophrenic episode, or it's like, a mental thing going on and you have to go get help and go seek help. I'm not fucking talking about that shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about, bruh. Because you can hear said voices in the spiritual realm without it having to be a psychotic breakdown. I always leave room for mental health. I always leave room for whatever y'all got. Y'all could have schizophrenia. Y'all could have bipolar disorder, 1, 2. Y'all could have all these things and still have spiritual gifts. I'm just going to put that out there. 1. 2, I myself am on the spectrum. I'm not schizophrenic or anything, but I've had certain episodes spiritually that's made me almost think I was schizophrenic. So, shout out to people who have these I don't want to say conditions, but these mental things that make it kind of difficult for living, to be honest. You're doing great. Always seek help when you need it. I love you. And, yeah. I love all my people on the spectrum, all my people who are neurodivergent, and all my people who have whatever they got going on, because honestly, the world is the world. And yeah, I just want to make this clear that I'm not just brushing off the severity of certain side effects of certain mental disorders. I love you, and let's continue.
But the more comfortable you get within your own vessel, the more comfort you'll experience in this lifetime. And I feel like because a lot of the past traumas we've gone through as far as violation, it almost strips away the feeling and the almost the right we have to our own bodies as far as feeling at home in our bodies, which this is supposed to be our first home. So the work that needs to be done as far as getting back to a homeostasis in the body, I guess, energetically, would be to ask ourselves questions. Where do we feel the most uncomfortable? Is it in the mind? Is it in our palms? Is it in our stomach? Is it in our reproductive system? Where do you feel the most uncomfortable in your body? And start there. Are you afraid to love on yourself? And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, do you feel uncomfortable to hug your own self? Do you feel uncomfortable consoling yourself? Do you feel uncomfortable talking positively to yourself when you're going through rough times? Like, you have to start asking yourself these questions. Like, how do you treat you? Not how do you treat other people. Not how you talk to people when they're sad. How do you talk to yourself when you are in a low period? Shit, how do you talk to yourself when you make a mistake? I am a victim of this, or I fall victim of this, because when I make a mistake, bro, I have this dumbass perfectionism spirit that lives within me. That when I make a mistake or when I do something like just annoyingly wrong, I'll call myself a bitch. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, but I'm like, bro, I cannot talk to myself like that. Like, that's not conducive to how I want to live my life. Especially if you grow up and you want other people to treat you a certain way, and you want other people that surround you to talk to a certain way. It starts here first. And when you change the way you talk to yourself as you grow up, it starts off very uncomfortable, because it's like you're almost used to talking to yourself one way your whole entire life, and then bam, now you have to talk to yourself nicely, and it feels like kind of corny in a way, like to tell yourself, oh, I love you, or it's okay, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, talk to yourself how you would talk to God. Come to yourself how you would come to God, you know? Spirits also reminded me that breathing is very imperative. Full breaths, deep breaths, full breaths, deep breaths, full breaths, deep breaths. We as humans do not breathe enough. We don't breathe fully. We don't breathe all the way half the time because of the lifestyle we live nowadays compared to what it was years ago, eons ago. Everything's quick silver, quick. So if everything's quick, everything's microwaved, everything is fast paced, our breath is also doing what? Moving at a faster rate. And if you're breathing at a fast rate, it's usually more shallow. When you're breathing shallow, you're not taking in all the prana or the oxygen that can be filled inside your chamber. The more oxygen you take in, the more you're able to slow yourself down, to slow the world around you down. And you will definitely probably feel safer if you can slow shit down. How can one feel that safe in a super quick environment all the time? You could feel maybe comfortable it may be, but safe, I don't know if you could always feel safe in a consistent this. Slowing down is very imperative to feeling safe. because it's at a pace where we can be and breathe. What else do you do to a now? What do you do to a physical home? Okay, you decorate your home, you clean your home. So that just means taking care of our body physically, really, really upping our physical hygiene, like to the max. Taking care of our crown, adorning ourselves in the jewelry we wear. I know that seems superficial, but it's not. All these things are things that we do to and for our vessel, to adorn it, to appreciate it, to uplift it. We decorate our body in ink. Some people don't, but I do, or I'm planning on doing more in the future. We pierce the body. We do so many things to the body. And so many things can happen to the body that are unintentional. Like we can fall. We can freaking get hit. You know what I'm saying? So this body, one, is all we have on our time here on Earth. First of all, let's remember that this is our only vehicle. This is our only physical vehicle we have to take care of. And I feel like more people need to make sure they're recognizing that almost every day, because we only get one of these. So please eat better if you're not already. Please get better habits. Please, if you don't have a consistent workout routine, going outside on a walk every day will do you so much better than just sitting inside the house all day, I promise you. Getting those walks, getting that sun, that vitamin D. The more we take care of our home, the more we're going to be, the more we take care of our home, the more we're going to want to be in it. You ever clean your house? You ever cleaned your house so good you don't want to leave? You're like, dang, my shit looks so nice. My room looks so clean and so nice. I want to just light a candle and chill. Like, that's legitimately how you have to think of your physical body. Oh, I took such good, I'm literally about to go take a shower after this video. So when I go take a shower, the more we take care of our physical vessel, the more we can call it home. We're not going to want to call something home we don't take care of, even if it's ours. That's just being honest. I do want to go beyond the body as far as home. How can we feel home in the 5D? Oh my God, I didn't know we were going to go there. How can we feel at home in the 5D? Once we've conquered the body, once we've felt comfortable here and we've established home here, we can park our vessel, our body here, and we can project to the 5D and all the other dimensions and everything. But let's start with the 5D. How do we feel comfortable in the 5th dimension? How do we be able to call home in the collective consciousness? Swimming in the collective oh my goodness. Once we've established homeostasis within the body, and once we've established that this body is home and we're comfortable and we are stable in that, our body's obviously going to want to go, or our consciousness or our astral body always going to want to travel outside of that. It's going to mimic what we have here. So when we feel comfortable in the physical, the 3D, we're going to take the astral version of that while we're traveling. And mentally. So in the 5D, we will also feel comfortable. We will also feel at home, because we're bringing our energy to the collective consciousness. And the collective consciousness is obviously within everyone. So it's everyone's thoughts just kind of... Am I mixing 5D and collective consciousness? I'm just talking about collective consciousness right now. I'm sorry. Everybody's swimming in this collective consciousness. You know what I'm saying? All the thoughts and everything, and all the feelings, the emotions, the memory, the Akashic records, everything swimming in the collective consciousness. How do we feel at home in such a big place? We don't have to try. We are home in the collective consciousness, because it just is. It's just consciousness. But the more you get comfortable here, the more you establish this vessel as home. the easier I feel like it will be to travel in there and just be in the collective consciousness and also pull the stuff that you need to pull from the collective consciousness. I don't know if I'm making a lot of sense. Things just got a little bit too just now. Let's go over our notes that we had. The definition of home, the one we looked up online, is home should be... Oh, sorry. That's on here. But my definition I put is home should be felt and perceived as a state of being. Not necessarily a physical thing. Just in case if at any point in time we are... No, it's not. I don't drink soda. This is sparkling water. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, that's the point. We read that. And then, how can one feel more safe in one's vessel after violation? And to sum it up is to take care of the body, to do the inner work, to get therapy if needed, to do physical things that will actually release trauma, like the root work and everything. I don't know why I feel like I'm going to have to do a whole nother video, like an extensive video. I feel like this episode is kind of skimmed over a little bit, but I'm going to probably take key points from this episode and talk about certain things on my other channel as far as the certain points we went over, because I want to go deeper. But I know on these episodes I kind of touch a little shallowly. My stomach hurt by just hearing the name sparkling water. Nigga, you drink soda. Damn, my shadow is not having it right now. Don't piss me off today. Talking about I don't give a fuck. Sorry. I'm sorry. And you over here talking shit about my lime sparkling water. And you over here, you drink soda. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a jackass. I'm just really tired. Just don't give me... Look. Ciao. Hold on. Let me bring you here. Because I know I could be an asshole. Nigga, I don't fucking know. You thought it was 7-Up. I'm plant-based and I haven't drunk soda even before I was plant-based. What are we talking about right now? Anyway, this is disrupting my episode on shadow work. Now, do you have a question that's conducive to what we're talking about? Or are we going to argue about who's drinking soda? I'm sorry for getting an attitude, but I'm tired. And my shadow is peaking right now. And I really don't prefer to be an asshole. I'm going to let the rain wash away all our sins we just committed just now. Let's have a moment of silence. I apologize if I was a little harsh just now. I'm only human. You're not going to get a perfect me all the time. I'm so sorry. I'm speaking in a fucking screen with comments coming. I'm like, I don't know. I am enjoying this rain though. How does one feel home in their body when they're experiencing anxiety? That is one thing I would like to learn my damn self, because I experience anxiety almost all the time. I experience anxiety when I come on here, when I have to talk on here. I experience anxiety when I hear certain trigger words. I experience anxiety when I fucking don't have all my cards together at the register, or if I think my card's not going to go through. I experience anxiety every day. Maybe a little less than I used to before, and I can handle it a little better. But if anybody has ever been anxious, it is so hard to be in your body because it triggers a fight or flight response within yourself. And this body is no longer home. You want to jump out of that shit, bruh. You want to like Mayday, you know? So I guess we would have to learn how to come back to our home when experiencing anxiety. learning ways to come back to a homeostasis after experiencing some type of anxious event. That's why I have certain mechanisms that I do when I'm like panicking like this. I usually do this when I'm mad. Or just finding just different things to do. I really don't recommend doing anything that's going to harm the body, like skin ripping or skin picking or fighting or even fighting. I don't recommend doing that. Just finding more healthy ways to do that. I know this episode's all over the place. And I know I was just a jackass by the end of it. But we're doing shadow work, honestly. So you guys just peeped a little bit of my shadow. She's not perfect. She can be a little asshole. So yeah, what time is this? 8:54. It's been almost 30 minutes, and I feel like this episode is done. It feels so incomplete, though, but we have talked about how we can establish home within the body, and that is what this episode is about. I feel like tomorrow we might touch on this again. I don't know. Whatever spirit has in store for us, but I'm going to hop off this jump, and I'm going to finish making dinner, whatever, and I hope everyone's going to have a great weekend. I hope everybody's going to continue to do their own shadow work at home, reflecting on themselves, looking deeper into situations they need to look deeper into, and also not giving up on the things they want in this life just because they are scared to go through it. I love you guys, and I'm sorry about this episode being a little confusing, but yeah.